Today we'll do something that I think will help you quite a lot if you aspire to trade full-time and overall improve your psychology in trading. I want to share with you some 5 mindset shifts, some 5 things you need to stop thinking about and start thinking about the other way in trading, something that will help you make a big difference. We'll talk about, of course, losses, wins, your strategy, your growth, and of course a lot more. So let's dive right in. Alright, so I gotta do this quick. I'm going to the airport a little bit later today. I have a flight to catch to go back to Canada for 2 weeks, so it's gonna be pretty quick. The first mindset shift for your trading is to stop seeing the losses as something that takes you back, so take you backward from your goal, and start seeing it as a normal business expense. All businesses in the world have expenses. They have to pay for stuff. They have to pay for equipment, pay for tools, and they also have to pay back for refunds. Whenever a business have a refund, they have to send money back. Same thing as a trader in the market. They have some wins, they have some losses. Losses, I see them personally as refunds. You might get a lot of them, but overall, if you make more profit than your losses, your refunds, you'll make more money overall. And that's really crucial to think about. So losses don't take you backward, they actually bring you forward, because the more losses you have, the more chance you have to have a win next time. If you take 5 losses in a row, chances are next one will be a win. And if you take 10 in a row, then probably the next one will be a win. You have more chances of having that win next time. So it's all about how you see things, all about your perspective, about losses. Here's the second mindset shift. Stop seeing it as you losing. You're not necessarily a loser because you lose in the market. You could be losing in the market but be the best trader ever. Instead of seeing it as either losing or winning in the market, see it as trading a process. The process makes decisions, enter trades, exit trades. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, but it does make you a winner or a loser because you win or lose in the market. People sometimes attach their self-worth to whether they win or lose in the market. So if they are winning many trades, they'll feel really good about themselves. If they're losing many trades, they'll feel really bad about themselves. They'll be pissed off. But it doesn't matter. It's a process. If you trade a process, you will get in a trade, you'll get out, you get back in, you get out, and ultimately the process wins or loses, not you. You as a trader are not attached to your trading results. It doesn't matter if you have many trades that are winning, many trades that are losing. It doesn't matter if you make a good or bad call, because all you focus on should be a strategy and a plan that you should trade in the market and focus on all the time. It doesn't matter if you win or lose. That's a big mindset shift. Don't base your self-esteem or your confidence on your results in the market. That is a recipe for feeling bad sometimes, feeling good sometimes. All these like up and down these waves, you never be good enough and you'll never feel really good about yourself long term. Now, when people come up to me and they ask how much money they need to trade full time, I usually give them an answer that's between $50,000 and like $100,000 minimum to begin with. And most people are gonna be like, oh, that's too much money. I wouldn't ever trade if I had that much money. Which means that they're in to make quick money. They're here to make a big amount of money first and then live from that. And that's just not how it works. Now, change your mindset from if you think something is too much money, $100,000 is too much. Well, think of it as a step, a staircase. What Michael Thomas, who I work with, calls a graduation plan. You know, when you're in school, maybe it's not the best example, but when you are in school, you're going through grade 1, then grade 2, 3, 4, and so on and 5. And all these steps, you increase in skills. You're supposed to learn new things, supposed to be able to do things differently, have new things in mind, have a different perspective on things, and that makes you better, of course, over time. Now, something in trading. You start with level 1, where you trade maybe a small account, a $1,000 account at the 1% risk per trade. Now, level 2 might be a $5,000 account at 1% risk per trade. We keep the risk low, of course. Level 3 might be a 10,000. Level 4 might be 50,000 or so on. You can adjust those levels as you like, as you prefer. Okay, it's your job to make those levels. But as you can increase this thing over time, you can reach pretty big amounts. Think about a trader who's here for only a year to make quick money. Might make 100,000 if he's like really lucky, but probably he's gonna lose his account anyway. But a trader who's here for 10, 15 years or more, this guy's gonna be able to every few months increase and scale up and graduate in his plan to be able to get better and better results. You might start with like $1,000 now, today, but in 5 years might be to like $500,000 or $1 million in his account. And also maybe get funding from prop firms because he's been able to take it on a slower pace, but a more steady pace where you can increase and level up over time. This is very crucial. Okay, we don't want to have a big jump, a big win. We want to have small wins over time that compound and make you a much better trader. So you look at your graduation plan or your like scaling up plan for whether you respect your plan, like you need to respect your strategy in the market all the time, but you also need to have good results, so profitable results in the market. If you have a good month and you respected your rules for that month, you can start to increase your capital a little bit more in the market. Then you do this over time, compound it over many years. That's going to end up a huge amount of capital in the market. So that's mindset shift number 3. Mindset shift number 4 is a big one for guys who are having issues with coming up with a good strategy. They do something in the market, they might backtest it, they might test it out in the market live, and they see the results are just not good enough for the market. They're looking for something perfect. They're looking for strategy that will get them rich quickly. They're looking for like the home runs, the strategy looking for like 4-to-1 reward to risk and a 80% win rate. And these things just don't exist. And it's impossible from day one to come up with a strategy that's profitable, like super good, like amazing, good results. You're gonna have to go through something that's good enough first, just a small edge, good enough, and then increase it and make it better over time. All the traders I know who are profitable and successful for a long term, they're all working on their strategies. They start with something that was decent, they improved it over time, they made them their own, of course, they make it better. They improve the rules, start to filter more in different environments, and over time their strategy builds up and get better. That's the key. You need to be able to work on your strategy over time to make it better. But trying to find something perfect at first, like looking on Google for like the perfect strategy or something, is gonna leave you stuck. So you wanna have something good enough and then make it better over time. Okay, that's very crucial. Take some time every week to look at what worked, what didn't work, and make notes of it. And over maybe a year or 2 years, you can go back, look at these notes, and then find ways to make your strategy better. And you'll never get to perfection, but you can get close to excellence and having a good strategy in the market that works on your term and that fits your personality. Mindset shift number 5. This is a big one, so stay until the end of the video. I know it's almost over, but you need to listen to this one very closely. Stable growth, which is what all traders want to have. They want to have this equity curve going up and up and up and up, very straight and very like linear. But it never really works out when trading. There's always going to be times where it doesn't work. Sometimes you do everything perfect in the market, like you take the right trades, you have the right entries, the strategy is top notch, but then you lose money anyway. Like, why is that? Well, because we need to be able to sustain these times where the market doesn't work our way, when the market doesn't work with our plan. These could be called drawdowns, it could be called something else. It could be doing a lot of testing for stuff, but nothing is profitable, nothing works, and then you're clueless about how to make it work. You have a lot of ideas, you test them out all, but then nothing's working. Like that's a tough time. You need to go through these tough times because trading won't ever be like a up equity curve forever. It's always going to be ups and downs, sometimes more drawdown, sometimes it might be sideways for a while, it might go down a little bit more, it might be a little bit scary, and that's part of the process. Traders who cannot adapt to this are going to be faced with a lot of disappointment and stress and anxiety about the results. Traders who understand that sometimes it might not work out, sometimes they're going to have to stick through tough times, will be the ones coming out on the other side better. So if your trading is not working well right now, that's fine, keep it up, stay the course, keep trading your same plan, keep working on yourself, keep improving it until it gets back to being on your side. I've had these times forever where I had like really good runs on trading, then some really like slow runs, and then some really good runs again, but every time I had a slow run, it got back to being a good period after, and every time I had a good period, it turned out to be a slightly less good period after. And if you can learn this, you can stay the course to this, you can start to accept the good times, accept the bad times as they are. You're gonna become a much better trader overall. You don't have to force things, you don't have to change things up, you don't have to like try to make money in the market at any time, any given point. You can just accept the losses, accept the slow times in the market, accept the drawdowns, and then wait for the good times to come. That's part of it. Always happens. What is a mindset shift you had in trading in the past? I want to hear in the comment section below. Make sure you comment. Let me know what you will apply from this video. Let me know what mindset shift you like the most. Don't forget to subscribe if it's not done yet. I publish videos like this 3 times a week. 1 interview every Sunday, and then 2 videos during the week to teach you trading stuff, things that I learned myself, my experience, teach you some cool stuff, strategies, and everything around. So make sure you are subscribed. Plus, click the bell next to the subscribe button to be notified of future videos. And I'll catch you back here in the next video pretty soon. Ciao.